Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market live show. It is Monday, May 12th, and that's a green market like we thought. So let's go through everything. All information presented here is for educational information purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. And here you go. Here's the heat map right there. Nice and green like we thought. So let's take a look and see what our SPY's doing first thing. It is up $18. I mean, that thing just blew up like amazing. And it's crazy right there. Look at that thing. So there you go. And we'll just go right through. Let's do it a little different. Look at this. Apple way up there this morning. And these things are just blasting off. Amazon up $15. Google way up $5, moving up. Meta looking good up there, 30 something bucks right now. And Tesla, I hope somebody bought some of these on Friday. Tesla up $23. And there you go. These things are cruising right along. NVIDIA, did I miss that one? Hold on. That one's moving right there. And Microsoft, I just skipped a few. But look at these things just blasting off everything, looking really good. Lulu right there. That's way up. RGTI. And what else is going nutty? Elf was going way up there this morning. So these things are blasting off. Good morning, everybody. Janica, Blue Collar Teamster, David, Luis Rodriguez, and Laptop Travel, Doge Mom, and 9, Asian Jolie. We're thinking about you. Hope you're doing better. And everybody else, Barbara, and the whole crew that comes on. So, yeah, these things are blasting off. We'll just go right through our big caps real quick. Do it a little backwards. AMC up right there. GameStop's up. I mean, these things are looking crazy. Chewy. And what were we saying before? Chewy's getting into the top. That thing's going to run up pretty nice. Netflix going wild up there. Look at that thing. And what else is going crazy? AVGO. These things are jumped up big time. MU looking good. TSM, SMCI. Look at these things, guys. I mean, it's insane what's going on this morning. AMD. These things are getting crazy. I mean, AMD, look at that thing getting nutty, going to be running up there. QCOM, here we go. That thing's jumped up like wild. Intel right here. That thing's jumping up. And what I say, as soon as they announced some deal with China, it would get wild, right, guys? And it was happening. Look what's happening, guys. I mean, who was early on that one? I don't think anyone on the planet was saying what I was saying. I can promise you, because when I said it last week on the small cap show, I could tell the reaction. They thought I was insane. And here we go. Look at snow. That's going up. Definitely not coming down for snow. That's for sure. Look at that thing blasting off. And how about Dell? It was looking good anyway. And that's shooting up there. Palantir, PLTR, if I type it in right, that's running back up. And Sophie, there you go. How about Mariner running up? Riot. Everybody is running up here, guys. Look at this. Clean Spark. Didn't matter what you bought. It was running up. DJT, Coinbase. Look at that thing. Hood. All of them, guys. Everything is going wild this morning. Look at Bull. That one is actually down. Good. We'll find a good opportunity. That one's not curling up. That's fine with us. And Fun. Look at that. Getting Fun. And what else is happening? Mountain, that one's even probably up some. Look at that, jumped up. McDonald's is up. No, McDonald's is down. I figured McDonald's was going to be up there. And McDonald's is down a little bit. Boeing's definitely going to be up. And what else? Space will probably be up a little bit. And Disney, look at that at 108, continuing its way up there. And Oxy and ExxonMobil, both were looking good, both jumping up there. Nike not looking bad this morning, and DXYZ right there. And we'll go through our Joey's jumpers and see everything. But look at that morning right there, guys. Holy cow, what a day. And we'll see what's our big poppers right here. So let's see CGTX besides everything. Cognition Therapeutics, CGTX. And that looks like it is trying to run around there today. As a matter of fact, it went 37 to 42. It was trying to run around there on Friday as well. So there we go. Keep an eye on that. The DDC Enterprise, that one's running up here and not looking bad. So that's actually run up higher than it was on Friday. So there you go with that running up. And JYD, that's not it. Let's look. Well, I can't even type today, but there's our JYD. That's a good one right there. Big old dip coming back up. It ran up over 100% this morning, JYD. And here you go. That thing is blasting off there. That's a China Logistics one. And NXTT, this one was already running big. And look at it. Remember, I said watch that thing to be a nice momentum runner. I bet Laptop Travel and crew were rocking and rolling with that this morning. So that did get running some more. And PMN right here. Let's see what this is doing. That looks like it's trying to get set up right now. Let's see. Look like it tried to bottom out and set up. This could be in November 9th, so that is Friday. So keep an eye on that one. That one actually looks like it is getting set up. PMN and TOOP, and that's a China one and running up. I remember we looked at it last week for a briefing on Friday. It was running up, and it's running up again today. There you go. And this power engine thing or twin recreational thing, Twin V Power Cats. This thing ran up. I remember it ran up the other day after it split not too long ago, and it ran up the other day. No, that was last week. That's right. It ran up last week. Hold on. VEE. It did. It ran up, what, Thursday or something? And then it's because that was Friday, and this is Monday's date. So that is what happened. It did run up Thursday. I do remember now, and it's just pulled back. We'll probably keep an eye on that to see if it wants to curl back up again. So we'll watch that. And YHC right here. And we were looking at this last night, and it was looking pretty good, and it's up 100% right there. So there you go. And it was on the list. I remember you up YHC, and it wasn't looking bad. And there you go, over 100% right there for that one. We had looked at this before, and that one's moving right there. So there's your Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie, and I hope you are feeling much better, and everybody's thinking about you. And let's check out our laptop lowdowns. This IO3 one, and this one is still pulling back a little bit. A Singapore one, so we'll keep an eye on it. ADBV, Advanced Biomeds, not looking bad right here. Keep an eye on this. This could be getting set up to try to curl up right there, so we'll keep an eye. And AND didn't even I was gonna say, is that even a stock ticker? Maybe it's this one, Ande. Let's see. This one is jumping up there. This one might be a good one to keep an eye on. I don't know if it was that one, but that's Anderson's right there. And AXDX, let's see what that's doing. If I can type, Accelerate Diagnostics. And this one's just going to make a bottom down here and get ready. So this one's probably going to be a pretty good one to watch because it'll start to curl up. Whether they get through yet or not, we'll keep an eye on that, so we won't break our pattern. But here's that intensity, and this one leveled down there as it was trying to set up. I'm actually surprised, but that's what they do sometimes. It ran up Friday, and then today it's leveled down there, so it wasn't going to cross through. And there you go. It did try to run, or Thursday, it tried to run up a little bit there, and now it's a level down. So we'll be keeping an eye on that intensity one. It was looking way better. And again, we're keeping that pattern. So I always watch to make sure that they're going to crawl through and just try to catch that little bounce up on them. And like I said, I like the ones that are over like this, that roll off, because they're much easier, like N or MI right here. Not looking bad. Ran up Friday, trying to run up there. Nope, that was Thursday, and then Friday tried. So Thursday ran up today. It's not doing anything, and that is MI right there. And let's see, MNDO, Mine CTI. That's going to be a good one way down there. NCEW, New Century Logistics, will be a good one. That's not even going to get into the basement, I don't think so. And NDRA, let's see what this is up to. We've looked at this plenty of times. Endura Life Sciences, and that thing's jumping up. It looks like possibly today. It did take a nice dip last week. I don't know which day. Thursday it was. I do remember seeing that. Or maybe that was Friday. And here's today's date right there. So maybe that one's gonna bottom out. It did take a nice dip. Okay, you are. had a nice pullback in the basement, so we'll see how far that's going to pull back. And PAVS right here, Pavs. Whoa, this is going to looks like a shell company. I don't know what they're up to, but we'll keep an eye on this. Look at it in the basement, ran across like that and setting up. That one could be a good one right there. PTIX. Let's see what that's doing real quick here. PTIX. And that one is split. Oh, yeah, we looked at this the other day on that split. And this one is setting up guys at PTIX. So keep an eye on that one right there. Not looking bad. Look at that thing trying to get moving in that channel. So that's not bad right there. RBNE. Let's see what Robin Energy is doing. And this does not look bad either. RBNE. So we'll keep an eye on this one. This one looks like it could be getting set up and could get cruising. I mean, it has a lot of space there too, so might have to keep an eye on that one right there. And SHPH right here, Shuttle Pharmaceuticals. And this thing looks like it wants to get shuttling back up just off that look. Let's see. And I know it ran last week. That was what, Thursday? No, that was Friday it ran. So we'll see if it wants to roll back off because it did run up there on Friday. VSTE, let's see. That one was trying to run or do something. I forget what it was doing. Running the other day. That is today it was actually running, so it had pulled back big time. And VSTE right here, and that did run up this morning. It looks like from 10 to 28, and it's at 11. So that was a good one at 4 a.m. And XXII right here, 22nd Century, and this thing has its earnings coming up tomorrow. And let's see, it could roll back up and go up right there. It's in the channel. Look at it today. This is a sort of a cannabis company right there. So there you go with your laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much. Laptop Travel, greatly appreciated. Let me see what you guys want to see. We already did our big caps and all them guys, and some good stuff right there. Here's what the market looks like. It's looking pretty right there. I mean, that's a nice green look. And look at Bitcoin and crypto right here. They're looking pretty good, I must say. Bitcoin in the top. The only thing is it's going to have to pull back, but it looks like it's going to make a good base, and probably this thing's going to run it up to 100,000, like I was saying, and that's where it's going to base out. Ethereum just like running like crazy up to 2,500. Thing just went nutty, and Solana right here not looking bad at 175, trying to break through. It's in the top right here, so you could get it back down into this area, and then it's going to be cruising as well. So these things are looking really good. And let's see, what was Chainlink doing right there? I didn't even look at them on the stock thing. Let me look. I'm just looking right here. I have to sneeze. Allergies. Oh man, holy cow. Anyway, excuse me. But yeah, these things are looking really good right here. And let's take a quick look and see what the rest of them are doing. We did look at that. And what's Doge was at 24. Is Doge not on here? I thought it. Oh, there it is. I just skipped right by it. And there you go. And these things, like I said, this is running into the top a little bit, but you can see it'll top out and pull back, but they're going to be in that channel. They're good, and they're going to be taking off. I meant to look up ETF. That's what I was looking at, and I forgot what I was doing. 6.2 it looks like right now. Unless that's yeah, 6.2. So that thing, oh wow, it spiked way up at some point over 7. So it's going to be cruising, guys. That does look pretty good as well. Somebody was buying some crazy amounts of that at some point. Yeah, there's some crazy buy orders. I wasn't even paying attention. Not sure exactly when that happened, but that did spike up pretty good. And you know it's going to be rolling. So there you go right there. And let's see what else is going down. The only sector down are the pharma stocks due to Trump's pending executive order to decrease the drug prices by as much as 80%. So yeah, that is a big one right there. And Pfizer and these guys are way down, but hey, they made enough money and ripped everyone off during COVID. The hell with them dudes, right? That's what we look at it. And they shouldn't have been so shady during them times. Pfizer, Moderna, and them companies, they were all trying to do something. Well, what is Moderna? I forget what it is. mRNA, that's it. There you go. That's actually not looking too bad, but maybe it'll try to hit that MACD and come down. That's considered a biotech, but anyway. Anyway, let's look at these bad boys and see what else is going up. MSTS, let's see what that's doing this morning. That's up like 4% right there and trying to move along. And again, this thing has them dividends. So keep an eye on that bad boy. And Sam said he woke up at 3:45 this morning, and the 3 tickers on his watch list were already up 100%. What a day sleeping in. And KDLY, what a monster this morning. It sure was right there. KDLY went nutty. I did see that. 400 and something percent. Kinley MD, and that ran in the top. So that was a monster. Valeria. And there you go. I mean, just so many great ones right there. It's just insane. Look at this market. And who was telling you guys that there was something in the works with China, and when the only ones that mattered were China and EU, and that's all you needed to worry about. Yeah, the market looked pretty good when he announced the UK one, and he wanted to announce that one first. We've been allies with the UK for as long as their country's been alive. And so yeah, he just wanted to do that. He's trying to do things like old school, I guess, and bring back history. And so there you go. And then China, he's going to work that out. I told you guys there was a master plan. And look at this thing. And who's going to argue that these rates aren't going to get lowered in the next month or so? I mean, geez, it's crazy. And like I was saying the other day, that speculation on inflation, if anyone was looking at these charts, they knew they were fired up and ready to rock and roll like we did. I was telling you guys, people thought I was crazy, I bet, because what was going on, and it was jumping around, but I knew something was setting up there. I could see it. And boom, there you go. I'd say they set up and got a monster going. And here we go to trade peace in our time, or just 90 more days. So they did basically said that I just posted it out. I have to go back and look at what I just posted because I don't even remember. And but what was it here? The U.S. to cut the tariffs on Chinese goods to just 30% from 145% for 90 days, and China's going to lower the tariffs on U.S. goods to 10% from 125% for the next 90 days. So we'll see what happens as they try to iron that out. And again, like I explained, yeah, China could they could go through the whole thing and try to play it off and destroy everything, but it's not in their best interest, to be honest with you. And it's you can see how much money everybody's going to make when the China and the US and the trade deals just run smooth. Things are going to be booming at all-time highs. So here we go. US stock futures and dollars surge on tariff truce, and now that trade deals are getting done, here's why this out of favor stock market strategy may shine. U.S. and China agree to slash tariffs and trade war truce, and Dow futures rocket higher by 1,000 points after U.S. China agree on to cut tariffs. And there you go, guys. Like I said, it was setting up. It was looking good. And let's see what's going on right here. That JYD and TAOP, VSTE, and a bunch that we were just looking at. And that Wang and Lee, I'm telling you, keep an eye on that bad boy. That thing looks like it wants to get cruising here, huh? It did run up a lot this morning, it looks like. So keep an eye on Wang and Lee right there. It did run up a little bit. And that green lane, we'll look at this thing today and see what it wants to do. Obviously, they could get delisted. So it does not look very pretty this morning. So I'll just look at it and see what it wants to do. I'm not really worried about that one, to be honest. I'm not in it. I was just looking at it. And that logic mark still over a penny. Let's see how it looks. It has that pullback look onto the 20. So we'll have to see what logic mark's going to do this morning. And look at it, just sitting on the 20. It's just sitting right there. It could go any which way. So we'll be watching that bad boy as well. And let's see what else is going on right here. That YHC and BON, I'm telling you, is getting set up. That one looks pretty good, I must say. And it did run up some this morning. So there you go. Another one trying to run up there. Let's see what else. NCNA, we saw that last week, and that SHPH, BTOG. This one's trying to get set up. There's our logic mark, and that KDLY went nutty. And let's see what else is going on here. I mean, the whole market looks amazing, so it doesn't really matter. And let's see what else is happening. Let me look over on this side and we'll take a look and see if there's anything else going on. And if you guys want to see anything else, so I'll roll through and look at everything real quick. And that TANH is down a little bit, DDC. And we looked at a couple of these guys, NXT, NXTT. And let's see if there's anything different. Oh, that one's coming back down right there. So nothing real crazy. The Lion is running up. We looked at it last night. We knew the Lion was looking good. LGHL. So there you go. And yeah, GNLN. I'm not going to worry about that one, to be honest with you. I was just watching it to see if it would come back down or if it looked good. And I'm not so sure about that one. So not really worrying about that with that look right there. And it could, they're saying that it could get delisted. So I wouldn't really stress about that one when there's a bunch of other good, great ones out there. So there's the Lion right there. That one's ripping right now. And like I said, Logic Mark right there is just kind of hanging out. So we'll see what that one wants to do this morning. And yeah, the market is ripping right now. So lots of great opportunities right there, I must say. And there you go. Let's see what this says right here. Let's see what that one gives us. Just these few right there. That isn't very much. Let's look over here. Let me see something real quick right there. Here we go. Let's look at a couple of these. And there's this ANTE one that we were just talking about, right? Or no, I was looking at it was ANDE. Never mind. Wrong one. ANDE. That's what we were looking at. And that one is, like I said, that one does look like it's trying to curl up. That ANDE and ANTE is not looking bad either. And here's a couple good ones right here that are trying to set up. You can see. And that one's looking pretty good. So all kinds of stuff just getting set up, guys, and running up there. But the thing is, once they run up, they got to pull back a little bit after the news. So you got to keep your eye on that. They will be running. Look at that SPY. I mean, that thing is going cruising up there. They're going to get up to the top right here, and then we'll see what's happening. But yeah, I would say it's a pretty nice morning like we thought. Let me see what else is going on. DGLY, you got it. Let's see what that's doing right here. Whoop, DGLY, Digital Ally. And that's not looking too bad. It did reverse split down at the bottom. Let's see. Trying to get set up. It's just kind of flat right now, Doge Mama 9. So let me see better. It did just reverse split and it ran off of it. You're probably going to get that little curl up, but obviously as it's down here, you may get a little spike up and then pull back a little bit. So I'll have to see how that one plays out as it opens up a little bit. It's just running up. It's up a little bit, I think. It looks like it's up a little bit, but it's just a little bit flat right there. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that. And that Hut is probably setting up. That's a good crypto one, and that's running up there. Hut 8 Capitals, and that doesn't look bad there. Laptop Travel. And let's see what else is going on. If I missed anything else, and yeah, STX Confidential, that GNLN. Like I said, we'll just see what it wants to do today, and I'll keep an eye on that news. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't know that news was coming out. Found out after the fact, after the after hours, Friday. So I wasn't really aware of that, and that's why I'm saying we'll have to keep an eye and see if it looks like it gets set up and wants to run real quick. We'll keep an eye on it. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it anyway and see what it wants to do. I just liked it under a penny because I just knew it wasn't going to be over a penny. So that's why I was watching it. And so I'll keep an eye on that one. We'll see what it wants to do. And MicroStrat, oh, what's that MDB doing right here? MDB, that Mongo. And that one's up $8. And that looks like it wants to run up some more as well. And MicroStrategy's up and everything's up this morning. What else is going on? I think we got to everything, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a green market and everything's cruising. I would say it's a pretty good day right here. You're obviously going to have to watch to see if things are going to pull back anything after this crazy pre-market, but I have a feeling we're going to be continuing the run up there. And we did our laptop lowdowns and our Jolie's jumpers, and we did our SPY and big caps. We ran through them first. and did it a little backwards today just because the market was going crazy. And Apple was hitting some resistance there, but could get through. And Amazon right here up $15, cruising right along, that's for sure. And how about Google running up there? It was looking not so good the other day, but it's hitting some resistance. We'll see what it wants to do. Meta shot up there $33. That got crazy. Microsoft right here is up like $9, hitting some resistance in the top. Got to be careful with that one as well. And the video right here, that one's shooting up and looks like it should run up a little bit more. And how about Tesla's up $23, looking good at 321 right there and jumping up, should run up into the top right there. So there you go, guys. I would say our Mag 7 looking good. The market's looking good. Anything else we need to look at? RGC, where's that at? Holy cow, that thing's in the 400 range, guys. That thing's a ripper right there. RGC, what a monster. And DXF looking pretty good, like we were talking about. Oh, that LGCB right here is up a little bit, and that's trying to get set up, not looking bad. And CLBR, what's that doing? That's up a penny. That could be coming down at the top right there, so we'll have to see. And what's this pineapple guy doing? Because that's trying to get set up. It's not doing anything right there. And that JBDI, that's up too and running into the top, so watch for that. It could be getting topped out. We'll see how much it wants to run up there this morning, but it is in the top, and it did run. I said it was looking good down there at the bottom, in the low $1 range. So we'll see how much that can get cruising today. And what else is going on? That icon was trying to get set up, guys. This one could get cruising. Look at this thing getting jumped up right there. So keep an eye on that one. And that ALLR, that one's down a little bit, but our Wang and Lee right here, that is up and looking pretty good. And we thought it was going to be setting up right there. And ELF we thought was going to look good, and that thing's running up. So these things are like monsters right here. TTD is up a little higher. And what's BHAT doing this morning? And this one is trying to it's trying to corrupt. And it might look good off of this. That could be its bottom right there. Looking way better, I must say. And SCNES just kind of hanging out right there. And RCAT was looking pretty good last night, and that looks like it's running up there. And RGTI is up right there. So there you go, everybody. I would say that's a good pre-market review right there, and everybody's popping right now. So I would say it's crazy in the market at the moment. Look at this thing. I mean, I don't know I don't know too many other people, and I follow the market pretty closely, that were saying that we were even close to a deal with China or any of this was going on, guys. And you guys listen to the show. You guys know what I was saying. I said it on the Small Cap Show last Monday, and that'll be on again at 1 o'clock today. So if you want to hear a great show, listen to that Small Cap Show again today at 1. I'll be on there. You know that. I'll be excited because, like I said, I posted what I said last week. I posted it up. If you didn't hear and you want to listen to it, listen to what I said. But if you listen to the show, you already know what I said. And I was talking about how, I thought we were getting close to things and they were just waiting on the Fed. The Fed didn't say anything. It just sat still. This last time they spoke, everything was fine. And now all of a sudden you see the trade deals. It was what I was talking about. And Luis Rodriguez said 100% Doug. And I'm telling you, there was no one on the planet, just like no one on the planet was talking about the election. And I was going to be one of the biggest landslides. I said it for 3 months, and I called the assassination attempt days before it happened, guys. These charts don't lie. It's insane, guys. It's so insane. That's what's made me look at them for over 20 years, because I've been fascinated by this type of thing that we're talking about right now. So it's just the way they work, and you can see crazy things. And Fed is boxed in a corner. What I tell you is going to happen. They have no choice. And just looking at them charts the other day, I told you the rates were coming down in the next month or two, and it wasn't even a question. And that's what I was saying. I said they might not lower them the other day. I didn't think that. I mean, it was a possibility they could say something. I didn't think we were going to see them lower. I thought maybe they were going to say something, inching it towards it. But they said the economy was in good shape. They didn't touch anything. And then Trump just went to work right there and did his thing. So, yeah, PSQH. Let's see what this one's going to ride back with the China ones. And this is a software company in the U.S. Not looking bad, jumped up there, and it is not looking bad. So you can keep an eye on this. And there are so many of them to keep an eye on. There you go. That is running up there, 211 to 222, and that's where it's at. And this does not have it moving this morning. It doesn't look like. So you're right, Laptop Travel. That is cruising right along, PSQH, and does look good. So there you go, everybody. I would say that is a pretty good pre-market review, and a beautiful pre-market. Healthcare is down, and Coca-Cola is actually down a little bit. And let's see why. What's going on over here at Coca-Cola land? They've been dipping down, I know that, and pulling back. What's been going on over here? Not sure why they are pulling back. DEI is emerging triumphant in shareholder battles across corporate America, from Coca-Cola to Berkshire. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. But anyway, it is pulling back. Watch for Coca-Cola down here at that 68. It'll be a great opportunity. So might have to keep Coca-Cola on the list right here to keep an eye on that one. And how about that? Devs is down 4 cents, and it is pulling back there. So we'll have to see if it wants to roll off when it gets set up. It did run up pretty well right there, and now it is pulling back. So we'll see if that does get set back up right now. And let's see what's a few of these other ones doing. Zap's down a little bit. How about this PTPI? And now some of these small caps may pull back a little bit, guys, because look at Works way down. And some of the ones that were really getting ready to pop off, NVVE back down out of the top, may pull back. These things were getting blown up because the big caps weren't really running at the moment. So, if the money starts transferring, what you just saw it do, these things could pull back. So they might not be getting crazy again. And so you can see a lot of them are pulling back as I'm just kind of cruising through. NXTT was up a little bit. And that RGC was just a beast, guys. I mean, that thing's unbelievable right there. So there you go. I would say that's a really good one. What did the cheetah do right here? That's just flat right there. And there we are. I think that's everything. And often small caps will initially pull back, in these surges as the investors chase the large caps. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I am saying right there. And UNH has crickets over there. It is just sitting there just down, but guess what, guys, it is trying to set up, so we may have to keep an eye on that one. I've been watching it as well, and it could be a great setup right here for UNH. Look at it. We'll have to see. Again, we still have to keep that pattern in mind, so I don't know if it'll break that pattern, but we could have a nice little pop up there as it's trying to set up. So anything else you guys are looking at today, make sure you send it on over if you see anything. But I think we usually have things under control. Like I said, not sure how many other people on the planet, not even on Twitter, on the planet, were saying this was going to happen the way it just played out, except unless you were inside Trump's inner circle and probably knew, which I'm not. And I just look at the charts and I told you exactly what was going on right there. So boom, another perfect call for us, and the market's looking good. Things are running up, and obviously we'll be watching things to see how they look, and we'll be checking it out to see what's popping there. But the whole market's popping now, so we have to make sure we look at it and see if there's any pullback or what's going to go on with this huge news and what's happening. So we will be monitoring things and seeing what's going on there, and I will keep you guys posted, of course. So what a crazy morning, I would say, and crazy news when you start making deals with China like we knew they were going to do. And again, Trump started up here and then he came back down here, and we knew he was going to have to bend. Whether he's bending or not, it's in China's best interest. And the other thing, guys, you have to remember, China, super communist country, and what the heck did they call the guy? Obviously, like a dictator has a strong hold, but guess what? They're talking about and starting to move out into the streets and protest and stuff. And I think he started to get worried. And you had that kind of pressure happening on that side. And then, of course, Trump has to win the election. So or win the midterms. He already won the election, win the midterms in like a year and a half. So between the two of them, you knew the market was going to start really cruising here, and it certainly did. That's for sure. Things are cruising right along. So there you go, everybody. Thanks again for tuning in. I greatly appreciate everybody hanging out, and follow along on X and YouTube and all that good stuff. I'll be posting things out. And WLGS, we did look at that Ghetto Stoic. Wang and Lee wasn't looking bad this morning. It was up a little bit right there and cruising right along. So, yeah, I'd say Wang and Lee is one to keep an eye on. We did like it. It jumped up. Let's see how much it jumped up this morning. I forget, to be honest with you. Ghetto Stoic, 17 to 26. It's at 18 right now, and that was a great one for that morning crew because we were loving that one. No problem, Ghetto Stoic, not a problem at all. I look at them multiple times, but yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on it. But it did run up perfect for us. I mean, we knew, and it was a morning crew one, but it could be getting set up really good right there. So we are keeping our eye on Wang and Lee and everybody else. And this one was getting set up. And again, some of these small caps, you may see some of the money pull out of them. So that again is why I would say I wouldn't even bother with that GNLN because it does look like it's moving up there this morning. Maybe play the quick pop on it if it can, but be careful with it if they're going to announce and if they're going to get delisted or start trading on the OTCs. You don't want to mess with that. At least I don't like to mess with them. And there's so many other great opportunities out here. So we will be keeping an eye on things. And our show pick obviously is up. RGTI up over $1 right there, cruising right along. So there you go, Luis Rodriguez. And no problem, Ghetto Stoic. You have a great day. Everybody have a great day. I bet everybody will. And all you had to do was take our show pick the other day, and you would have been happy right now because you'd be up almost 10%, over 10, because it was up the other day. And that is cruising along. So there you go. And we'll be doing our show at 9 p.m. tonight. And we'll do the same thing that we always do, pick out the poppers, pick out what's happening. And again, I don't think anybody on the planet was telling you guys that this was going to happen. As soon as it was going to happen, and I could see it on the chart setting up, and you guys know what I was saying. I think people thought I was insane, but obviously I am insane. But for some reason, somehow I can read these stupid stock charts and they tell you everything. It's kind of amazing. And the Treasury budgets today, it looks like at 2:00, and then tomorrow is the core CPI and the CPI, and then some mortgage stuff on Wednesdays, and Thursdays a bunch of different stuff, and Fridays. So there you go with that stuff right there. And let me just make sure I got everything, all our Fed meetings and stuff. But yeah, they're going to be interesting ones when they look at this market. And there you go. I was saying, like I was saying, the Fed, I didn't see the argument before anyway. KDLY, I'd be careful with. At this point, it is way in the top, and the next move, it's going to it could stay in the top, but, I don't like that. That's already a huge pop over 400%. So got to be careful with that one, chasing it. A beautiful play this morning, though, KDLY, Kinley MD. But yeah, I'd be very careful, especially with that straight up look and being in the top right there. And again, could it run up a little higher? It could, but you know how I feel when they get in the top. I mean, look what RGC did. It got nutty. But again, this one's going to top out right here, it looks like. So you should see RGC start to come back is what it looks like as well. So that's what it looks like. But yeah, KDLY, big old pie. Anytime you get them to 4 to like over $26 or what, $26.89, that's a huge pop right there. And again, it looks like it's shot way up there, and it's probably going to come down. Now, whether it pulls back a little and tries to go up a little bit more, hard to tell once they shoot up like this. And that's why I say once they're in the 400% range, you got to start locking in those profits. I mean, when you don't, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass when it comes back down to $4. So, like I say, they go up, and you can always do your 80-20 right there, but you have to lock that in. On that look, that's a huge run up, and it's easier for it to, and the way I look at it, it's way easier. I just look at gravity. It's easier for it to fall down than for it to get pushed back up higher. So I just look at it that way as well, if you just want to look at it in a physics kind of way. But yeah, that's how I honestly just see it. I'm like, that thing has an easier time to fall down than it would to run up at this point because it already ran up. So it's like at the top of the mountain. And there you go, everybody. I would say that's a great pre-market review. I think we did get everything. And let me know if I did miss anything. Keep me posted if you guys see anything. But this market's cruising, and I think we nailed everything pretty perfectly, as you can tell. And there you go. So I hope you guys are locking in some profits, and everything's going to be fun for the next few days. And again, we're going to watch this thing, time it out, and get the pullbacks, and then pick the opportunities, because you know it runs way up on the news. So there you go, everyone. And be sure to trade smart and lock in those profits. And it's an easy day to trade smart with, I would think, because look at that thing. Anything you had Friday is basically up right now. So that's a beautiful thing. And so, yeah, and all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. So make sure that you do trade smart, lock in those profits, and goodbye. Good luck. See you later. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it, and have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you soon.